I wanted to talk to you today about a topic that I don't think many people are aware of, and they definitely don't think about it. It's definitely not in your mainstream financial media, and not really talked about by financial pundits, today. So this topic is called the Four Rules of Financial Institutions. So I'm going to go over these real quick, and I want you to just think about this, as you're watching this short video, if you have seen this happen in your financial life or to anyone else. Those four rules are of the financial institutions is they want your money on a consistent basis for as long as possible, and when you go to get your money, they're going to want to give it back to you as slowly as humanly possible. So ask yourself, have you ever noticed this in your financial life? I really want you to think about that for a second. And if you're an employee, most employees have access to a 401k plan, just as an example. So I want you to think about it. Whose money is going into that account? Your money, which is the first rule. They want your money. Now, some people would argue with me and say, well, rather, there's an employer match. So technically, there would be money from the employer as well. And that is true. However, what if I told you that any amount of employer match that you would receive could potentially be wiped out by costs, taxes, and fees over the course of your working years? Would that still be something that you would want to contribute to when your money is at risk in the market? So again, that's our first rule. They want your money. And then the next question is how often is your money going into that 401k account? And usually it's every paycheck, which for most people is every 2 weeks. So again, that's our second rule. On a consistent basis, they want your money on a consistent basis. And how long do people typically contribute to their 401k? For as long as they're working. So that could be 30, 40 years, depending on how long they were able to work. So that's our third rule, for as long as possible. And my next question to you is, what is your exit strategy when taking money out of your 401k? Are you going to take it in one lump sum, or are you going to take it in equal disbursements over the course of 20 or 30 years? And most people would say it would be better to take it out in equal disbursements over many years because they think that the amount of tax they would have to pay would be less if they would do it that way. What if you found out that wasn't true? And why do you think those financial institutions want you to do this? Why do you think they want you to keep your money in that financial account, that 401k, for as long as humanly possible? The answer is simple. They want to be able to continue to collect the fees that they have for all those years, especially at a time later on in your life when that account has most likely grown. All right? So I really want you to think about that. It doesn't mean that financial institutions are inherently evil. However, it is something that you do need to be aware of. And I think that they could be more transparent and not as misleading at times as to why someone would want to contribute to a vehicle like the 401k. So here's our four rules again, and I just want to review them real quick. They want your money on a consistent basis for as long as possible, and when you go to get your money, they're going to give it back to you as slowly as humanly possible. Okay? So if you don't have strategies in place to keep more control of your money, reduce your taxes and ongoing costs, reach out to me and find out how these strategies could be implemented in your life to fit your specific needs. I look forward to hearing from you, and thanks so much for taking the time to listen today. Have a great day.